Hello, everyone. Continuing on about my trip to Louisville, I thought I'd tell you about some of the things that I did. And one of them was going to the Evan Williams experience. Evan Williams Bourbon is one of the largest and oldest distilleries in Louisville. And in fact, Evan Williams ran the port of Louisville for a very long time. Now, I know all of this because that was part of the experience in the tour. So let's get into it. And I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I know I need to start including myself in more pictures, but I'll be honest, we had just driven, 2 hours to Louisville, have gotten stuck in a traffic jam, and then, bourbon happened. So I do have some pictures that I'm going to try to splash in here, but yeah, I did my best, people. I did my best. I was tired, and there was bourbon involved. That's all I can say. So I was actually cued into the Evan Williams Bourbon experience by Condé Nast Traveler. They said it was one of the top things to do in Louisville. Obviously, I wanted to visit a couple distilleries. I had already done one of the other larger ones, which is Old Forester. So this one had been on my list. And the other times that I've been to Louisville, they were always sold out with their tickets. So you do need to purchase tickets beforehand. If you're going on a weekend, I would highly recommend doing it a couple weeks in advance. I bought tickets on a Monday because, I forgot. And even though I was still able to secure tickets, it was a Friday afternoon at noon. So get your tickets, get them early. They do distill bourbon on site, but it's not in the main distillery. So if you think you're going to be walking on the distillery floor, you're not. You're going to see a very truncated version. All the steps are there, but it basically all fits into one room. You still get the point across, though. Also on site is a gift shop and a bar. When you buy your tickets, even the least expensive ones, you do get a bourbon tasting. Now, of course, you have to be 21 to partake, but it is included with your tour, which is lovely. The whole experience was very immersive and somewhat interactive. One of the running things is every room has kind of like a movie that is actors reenacting how Evan Williams got his start. Now, I'm smiling because it is hilarious. Even if it wasn't intending to be, I will say that I actually enjoyed it because I laughed a lot. There are actors who are portraying the main players, including Evan Williams, the mayor of Louisville, yada, yada, yada. And of course, there's the one naysayer, Nathan. Nathan was a pain in everybody's ass. It's like, every turn he's like, I don't think you can do that. And I know the ending of the story because I'm sitting at Evan Williams Bourbon Distillery. The secret was out. Now, as I said, you also get a tasting. You get 4 different bourbons and also one of the bourbon balls. We'll talk about that in a second. Now, I was kind of hoping we would maybe be able to choose some of the bourbon we wanted. They were chosen for us, but I will say this. We got to try their most expensive bourbon, which was nice because I thought, well, I wonder if they're going to let us try that one. And we also got to try one that could only be bought on site. So that was a lot of fun. And I really wanted to try some of the fruit flavored bourbons. They were not on the tasting menu. So I bought a small kit of them. This was a really nice bourbon selection. Of course, you could also buy full bottles of bourbon there as well. I also got a bourbon hot wing sauce. I love hot wings. I also make an amazing hot wing dip. So I was really excited to try this. Something that we've already tried was I had a bourbon marinade. I made them with pork chops. It was this sweet bourbony marinade and it was absolutely delicious. I also got a bourbon caramel sauce and I went to Dairy Queen and got myself some vanilla soft serve. So I can't wait to crack this open and try that. And then I got some bourbon caramels. And they make these by hand. Yeah, you can kind of see what the candy looks like and it's in the wax paper. So these are made by hand. And of course, I had to buy a box of the Bourbon Ball chocolates. It was really interesting. The Bourbon Ball was delicious by itself, but he told me which one to drink with it. So take a drink of it and then eat the Bourbon Ball, and it was fantastic. So I plan on cracking open some of the bourbon I have here and trying it with the Bourbon Ball chocolates. So again, if you're looking for something fun to do in Louisville and you've always been interested on how bourbon is made, it was a really informative, fun tour with a great tasting at the end. The bar upstairs, actually in the gift shop and in the bar, if you want to try any of the bourbons, you can. By the time I had my 4 shots of bourbon, though, I couldn't drink any more bourbon before I ate some food. So we didn't try any more on site, but you have that option. So you can go to the bar or you can go to the gift shop and they will sample any bourbon that you would like to try there as well. I only paid $18 a person, and that included the tour and the tasting room. All of the stuff I bought was under $150, so it was actually a really fun experience, fairly inexpensive, and really, unless you're going to be buying a really fancy bourbon. Oh, I forgot, as you can see, I bought this as well. But I'm going to tell you, this thing is amazing. It's copper lined, and when I say this thing keeps things cold and hot, it does. So it was an amazing purchase. Anyway, you guys have a good one, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.